Hey, it's me, duncte123, and welcome back to another MenuDocs tutorial. This tutorial will mark the end of the JDA series, unless you guys want me to show something else, which means that I'll happily continue the series. But otherwise, I will end the JDA series after this episode and start a new series, which is already pretty cool. So let's get started with our Unban command. I already created a command layout and registered it in the command manager, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So for our invoke, we're gonna say unban, and our help, which I'm just gonna copy off screen because I'm too lazy to type this out as usual. And let's import this. Next up, we're gonna get our text channel. So text channel is equal to event.getChannel. So first off, we need to check if the member that's executing the command has the permission to unban members. And the permission to unban members is the ban members permission. So we're gonna make an if statement. So if not event.getMember.has permission ban members. So if he doesn't have that permission, then you're gonna say channel.sendMessage and send that off. And we're gonna say you need the ban members permission to use this command. And after that, we're gonna return. Next up, we're gonna check if the bot has the permission. So we can just copy this. And in this case, we're gonna get the guild. And then we're gonna get the self member. And the message is, I need the ban members permission to unban members. Next up, we're gonna check if the user supplied arguments. So if args is empty, and if they are empty, we're gonna return, and the message is channel.sendMessage. And the message is usage. No. Constance.prefix plus get invoke, and so we say if required the username / user ID / username hashtag discriminator. So that's what we're gonna do. You can either type the username, the user ID of the username hashtag discriminator. Next up, we're gonna join the arguments to a string. So string args join equals string dot join args, because usernames can have spaces. And next up, we're gonna get our guild bans. So we do event.getGuild.getBanList. We're gonna queue that, and from this we get returned our bans. And this bans is a list of guild.ban, as you can see. So now we need to filter these bans for the username. For that, I'm gonna make a method below. So this method is gonna be a private boolean, and we're gonna call it is correct user. This method will get two parameters. The first one is our ban, which we're we're gonna call ban. And the second one is our target string, so we're gonna say string arg. And this method is going to return so we're gonna say user band user equals band.getUser. Let's import user. And we're gonna return band get name equals ignore case arg or band user dot id dot not id long id dot equals arg or string dot format, and we're gonna format our user, so percentage hashtag s with our band user equals ignore case arg, and I'm gonna bring this to a new line. So we can use this method to filter out the user for either the username, the ID, or the username as a discriminator format. So what we can do now is say list user good users, because multiple users can have the same username, which is equal to bands.stream, and we're gonna filter this a band, and this is correct user band args joined. After we're gonna map, and we're gonna say band get user, then we're gonna collect to list, and this can be on a new line. So, but this list can also be empty if good users dot is empty. So if the list is empty, we're gonna return, and we're gonna channel dot send message. This user is not banned. Next up, we're gonna get the user. So user target equals good users dot, and we're getting the first one. Now we're gonna create two strings that hold the username as a discriminator of the moderator and of the banned user. So string mod equals to string dot format. You know the format by now. Percentage hashtag s event dot get author, and our band user is target. Next up, we're gonna get the gold controller. So event dot get gold dot get controller. We're gonna say unban, which is our target. Next up, we're gonna give a reason, and we say unbanned by mod, and we're gonna queue that. Next up, we're gonna say channel.send message, and the message is user banned user unbanned. I'm gonna queue that off as well. And that's how to create an unbanned command. So now we're gonna start the bot and see how it works. So first off, we're gonna let's just try to unban my alt, see if he's still banned. So j exclamation mark unban, and let's type my alt's username, and we see this user is not banned. So now if we just hack ban my alt so that he's banned, we can say J exclamation mark unban, and it's gonna filter over the users, and he says, and now it says yes, the user is unbanned. We can run the hack ban again to see that the unban also works with the username and then the pound sign and discriminator. So 0129. You can see he's unbanned. And of course with the ID J exclamation mark unban, the exact same format. Now if we're gonna look at the audit log, you can see that the reasons are all the same and my bot bans the hack ban. So if you liked this video, leave a like, subscribe to MenuDocs if you haven't already, and I see you guys next time in a new tutorial series on MenuDocs. Bye!